Hey, welcome back. WWE 2K action. Shagdog the Great. The Genius making his way to the ring. Yeah. Intellectual superior of professional wrestling.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Illinois, weighing in at 236 pounds, the Genius.
Yeah, believes he's the smartest man in the building, known for reading poetry and insulting the crowd. The Genius always tries to get inside his opponent's head. Love him or hate him, the Genius knows how to frustrate his opponents. And I loved him. I even liked him as Leaping Lanny Poffo. But yeah. But this should be a good match. His opponent, the one, the only, Jake the Snake Roberts.
And his opponent from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing in at 249 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts.
One of the coldest and most calculated competitors in wrestling history. Jake Roberts never wastes motion and never takes his eyes off his opponent. When Jake the Snake enters the arena, the mood changes instantly. The master of psychological warfare, some of the best promos, and he's got a snake. Which really, I love seeing Andre the Giant react to that snake. That was fun. This should be a good match. Jake Roberts became famous for his psychological style and mind games, and the DDT was one of the most feared finishing moves in wrestling in the 1980s. And he's been active with AEW for the past 3 years, so he's still around. As like a manager. DDT already by Jake the Snake. Wow. Big right hand. Now I'm hoping that Leaping Lanny, or the Genius, gets a few moves in. A few feministic moves or whatever. Do any wrestlers, do they anymore have a feminine, personality? Goldust, I remember. I'm not sure any current wrestlers. I don't watch too much wrestling these days. Once in a while, I'll watch for like a couple weeks. And then I just get bored and I stop watching. But I'm trying to watch it more and more. I did watch AEW from like 2021 to about 2022. Then I stopped watching that. And then I started watching WWE last year for about 2 months. And then I got bored and stopped watching it. Tried watching it again a couple months ago. And then I had Peacock. I watched everything on Peacock. Now that they're on Netflix, I ain't paying that high price for Netflix. I got the basic Netflix. I'm not paying the big price, though. Yeah. I'm surprised there's actually still cable companies, but anyhow, we'll talk about that some other day. Let's get back to the match. Genius often relied on distractions and verbal attacks to throw opponents off. Quite athletic for his day back, especially when he was Leaping Lanny Poffo. I mean, you didn't see too many guys doing some of the stuff he did, although it wasn't the best ever, like moonsaults and other things that he did that were kind of athletic, but it was... they were doing that kind of stuff in Japan, but you didn't see too many American wrestlers doing some of that stuff. It was kind of like somebody not very good at doing it, Oh! The Genius gets a punch to the gut when Jake tried to come off the middle of the rope there. Shoulder into the gut now. Kick to the gut. He's working on that midsection. Oh, both feet up into the upper chest, collarbone areas. Oh, that would have hurt. Jake gets out of it, rolls him over. I thought he was going to go for the pin there. But couple elbows to the gut. He's really taking it to Jake's body. Jake is actually leaping land, or the Genius probably is in control here. Standing drop kick. This might be over for Jake. I'm actually, now the Genius is taking the turnbuckle off. I think he should have been putting some more damage on the Jake while he's down. Now he gets to the top rope and Jake's up. See? Wasted all that time. Wait, he punches it. A weird little double drop kick from the top rope there. Now he's rubbing Jake's face into the mat. I think the Genius might win this one. Chop. Monkey flip from the corner. It might be over for Jake. This would be a really big upset, actually. Elbow to the head. Now see, there he goes with a little effeminate stuff, and it's going to get him in trouble. Springboard clothesline. Lanny the Genius should go for the cover right now. Now he's doing his weird stuff again. Wasted a lot of time. Another standing drop kick. If Jake can snap out of it, he's a little dazed, but the Genius has put it to him. Jake's in a daze. This might be it. Go for the cover now. The biggest upset so far since I've been doing this. The Genius beats Jake the Snake Roberts. What the? Maybe his stats are up too high. I gotta double check that. I mean, he gave Jake a lot of body damage, but he was giving him a lot of boots to the midsection and putting a lot of damage to the midsection there. So the Genius wins. What a big upset that is. Wow. I'm gonna have to go look at his stats, see what's going on there. Wow, I'm very shocked. Matter of fact, while I'm on with you, let's just go to the stats. We'll keep recording here. Let's go to his stats and creative wrestlers or whatever. Make sure he's not like overpowered for some reason. That's usually you get somebody that in the 70s is not beating somebody like Jake the Snake. But let's go to creations, superstar. This is WWE 2K24. Yes, I'm still using that, especially all the bad things I heard about the new one. 6 right there. Overall 76. Yeah, I mean 68 arm power, 70 leg power. Grapple 67, running 72, aerial 78. I mean, because he does do aerial moves, but it's not. He doesn't get a lot of damage for it. 78 aerial range. I'd agree with that. He, even though he'd go off top rope and stuff, he wasn't jumping all the way halfway across the ring or anything. Submission offense 38, technical submission offense 64, I guess. Strike grapple. Aerial, body durability 70. Maybe that's a little too high. I don't know. I'm going to leave it like it is. 72, 30 on power submission defense. So he wouldn't be able to put up a defense to any power submission. Technical 66, okay. Pin escape 62, all right. Strength 70 out of 90, Stamina 7. I'd probably have more stamina than that, but I'll leave it at that. Agility 76. He was agile, but kind of a stiff agile, if you know what I'm saying. You know, he could do those little weird rolls and somersaults and all that kind of stuff, but he looked a little stiff doing it. Yeah, not like some of today's wrestlers or anything. Movement speed 75. Okay, recovery 59. Special 71. Finisher 71. That was just a big upset. Well, that's it, folks. It was just a really overall upset. Let's go to Jake the Snake, see what his stats are, just for SHITS and giggles, right? Because I really don't know what he is in game. He's an in-game character. I mean, you know how WWE likes to downgrade some of their wrestlers, so especially if they're not affiliated with them anymore. Just want to see here. Jake the Snake. Yeah, it shows their overall when you select them. 85. I think he probably should be a little bit higher, but I like to go into all of the stats. You can't change them because he's a in-game wrestler, right? I mean, you can, but you'd have to save a slot, and that's why I hate about you can't change the stats of a current wrestler. You have to use one of your slots for creative wrestlers to edit anything on them, which I think you should be able to edit. Anyhow. Alright, that'll do it for this one. Check out our next matches or anytime. WWE 2K, Shagdog the Great. All one word, Shagdog. Because there's other Shaggy Dogs and stuff like that out there on YouTube. I'm just Shagdog, one word, the Great. Look me up. Hey, click that button, subscribe, and then you'll never have to search. You say, what was that guy that did those wrestling matches? I can't remember his name. Just subscribe, click the bell. You'll never have to search ever again. You can see the best matches right here. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Later.